What's going on, Raider Nation? Not much to talk about. We're on a bye week this week, week 8. But I guess we could talk about that ass whooping we gave the Eagles right after this. Woo! What's going on, Juan?
What's going on, dog? Look, whooping the Schlegel's ass last week, and we gonna win the bye week. You already know that. It's bro.
How's Max doing? That's what I want to know.
Max is in a foxhole trying to stay away from society right now. You know, it made it even better. I was talking to him while the game was going. I was yelling in his ear. I was saying, how does it feel to get demoralized by the Raiders? Dude, it was amazing. Okay. It was a complete demolition of the Philadelphia Eagles.
And then when people look at the final score was what, 33-22. That has nothing to do with it. The Raiders dominated this game, and they let my wife, who is barely starting to watch football with me now, she goes, "Why are they letting the Eagles score?" I go, they call it garbage time. It's what the Eagles do. They come back. They put up 15 points in the fourth quarter. They held Jalen Hurts. I mean, Jalen Hurts finished with 236 yards passing, but they didn't have nothing. The Eagles at one point had absolutely nothing on offense. Our defensive line.
Woo. Hey, trenches, baby, trenches. Offense and defensive line. Offensive line was moving the pile, man. They were straight punking dudes.
And yeah, the offensive line, defensive line, moving, doing their thing. We talked about it last week with Greg Olsen, and you saw it again. The offense is a little bit different now, or a lot different now. Same principles, same formations, but they're using Kenyon Drake now. They're using Brian Edwards when it's not the fourth quarter. We won this game. Darren Waller. I heard somebody say, a Raider guy say in his podcast, he goes, with John Gruden, if John Gruden was still here, without Darren Waller, the Raiders offense would have stalled. Do you believe that or not?
I kind of do, to be honest. We've been preaching to the choir, Joe, me and you. We've been saying it. It's like John Gruden's play call, like his offense is not bad. It's the timing of everything. It's knowing the feel of the game, knowing when to put your foot on someone's throat, knowing when to be conservative, knowing when to be aggressive. We're seeing that from Greg Olsen. We're seeing so many different things. How many times have we seen anything of that touchdown to Brian Edwards in the goal line? I've never seen anything like that from Gruden. And it's the right time on fourth down instead of freaking trying to run it down someone's throat when everyone in the damn stadium thinks that you're going to run it just to prove a point. And you wind up just throwing a little bubble screen to Brian Edwards and getting an easy touchdown. It's stuff like that, man. Shout out to Oli. I mean, not to mention, look, I think all phases of the game we dominated, right? Everyone played amazing. But, man, Derek Carr, dude. Derek Carr is playing out of his mind, Joe. Like, he's
31 of 34 this game. 31 of 34. He did throw another pick, but that pick wasn't his fault. It went off the hands into the defender. What was it, 90%? So, 31 of 34 is 90%? He's the only quarterback in history to have two 90% passing games. Hey, he's probably running the offense. You think he's running the offense a little bit?
I think so. It's safe to say. I think right now it's about 65% Derek and the other percent is Oli, Greg Olson. Honestly, I think he has full control. I haven't seen Carr this comfortable in a game since I don't know Bill Musgrave. Honestly, like he's playing
Bill
out of his
Musgrave.
mind.
Hey, I'm telling you what, I'm impressed, and I'm trying to remember what I saw, but it said the Raiders went. Somebody did a stat from when John Gruden the first like 5 weeks compared to the last two, and our offensive play calling, like our passing has gone from like 27th or something like that to number one, and our running has gone to like 20 from 28 to number 15 or something like that. That's how good I'm different. And like you said, they realized our offensive line is not the greatest, not horrible, but not the greatest, right? Not middle of the road. So they realize like Derek Carr needs to get rid of that ball. So you see him, he hikes it, back gone. And he's not doing those long drop backs. He's not doing all that. He's rolling. It looks like he's rolling more back and forth. In my opinion, I don't know if that's what you've seeing the same thing. Like they're working to our strengths, like not allowing that offensive line to stand there for 3 to 4 seconds.
No, most definitely. I mean, that's what Carr does best. He's done it ever since his rookie year is getting the ball out quick. And that it goes back to what you said, Joe, on like the concept of the offense hasn't changed. Like it's still the West Coast offense. And another thing on the completion rating thing, bro, he's not check down Charlie. He is
No,
slinging the rock downfield. Like these ain't no like 2-yard screens and little behind the line of scrimmage like Jared Goff. This is slinging the ball downfield. That 3rd and 15, Joe, to Zay Jones, straight up dime. Absolute dime by Derek Carr, dude. Ball on a rope. He's playing amazing, man. If you want to talk about definition of MVP, what is he to the Raiders right now, Joe? He is everything. Everything, man. Look, you can throw the numbers out of it. Throw the numbers out of it. Just pure value for a team.
yes.
Who is more valuable than Derek Carr with all
When
this
they,
stuff around him?
yep. When they needed a leader, when all this shit has gone down, he's the one that stepped up, and he's the one that told the team, "We're too good to let this season fall. We're too good to let this season fall." Now, granted, we got to hold back a little bit. They are 5-2, right? They are 5-2. We've seen this before. The last 2 years, they were 6-3. And I'm trying not to get ahead of myself, and I'm sure you're trying not to get ahead of yourself. But this team seems different. This team seems different than the last 2 years.
So many
They're
ways.
blowing people out. They're in every game, even the Charger game. And the Charger game was a bad first half. And now I look back at it. Maybe it was bad play calling. Maybe it was a bad game scheme. But I don't take away the Charger game. When we talk about that, I take away the Bears game. That was the only game that I wish we could have back.
Yeah.
But Derek Carr, yes, like you said, Derek Carr. And I don't know if you saw my post on Instagram or you saw our shows the last couple of weeks. I was telling people my top five quarterbacks in the NFL. Derek Carr, Derek Carr, Derek Carr, Derek Carr, Derek Carr.
Yeah, I see that. I reposted that. That was I loved it. I loved it, dude. I mean, you got to take the stat. I'm not even like his stats are good too. Like he has a bunch of yards. You know how I feel about yards, though. I'm just talking value wise to an NFL organization right now. He is the glue that is holding the Raiders right now. He is everything. Like
they're not going 3 and out. They're not going 3 and out anymore, which is
yeah.
I mean, I'm trying to think. Okay, it said they had 2 punts last game. 2 punts last game. Not bad.
But look, Joe, it's everything feels different. You can go down to, obviously something's different because we don't have John Gruden. Obviously, number one. Number two, We have a defense. Our defense is solid. The last time Derek Carr had a solid defense, we made it to the playoffs. You've seen what we did. Every single year before that, we've been bottom of the league. Straight, like, garbage.
Yep.
Terrible. This year, I wouldn't say we're elite. We're nowhere near elite. We're not amazing.
No.
We give up yards, we give up touchdowns. We're solid though. We can hold up. We can pressure the quarterback. That's all I can say. And then we have solid corners. And we're not even healthy yet, Joe.
Do you guys hear that? Solid. We solid.
We solid, bro. That's all you need. When you have a great when you have a great offense like we do with Derek Carr,
yes.
You don't need an elite defense. You can just have a solid defense. Be sound. Be all right. That's all you need. And like I said, we're not even healthy yet. We don't even have Trayvon Mullen back. Josh Jacobs is not even 100%.
And we got the bye week this week. We're gonna hopefully get some people healed up, get them ready to go, implement whatever we need to implement with the new coaching staff because it kind of got thrown in together. Get on the philosophies, the same page. So they got the Giants, turn around and got the Chiefs. But this second half of the schedule is going to be a tough second half.
Yeah, it's going to be tough. We got to capitalize. We have to capitalize on this New York Giants game. After the bye, they're bad. We're better in every phase of the game. We have way better players than them. And they're missing their best.
Overlook the Giants.
Yeah, we can't overlook them. On the road, you know how the Raiders are with the psychological bullshit with the whole 10 a.m. start. We haven't had one all year. This is where it happens, Joe. This is where
they had one in Pittsburgh.
Oh, yeah, they did.
They went to Pittsburgh 10 a.m.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right.
But this is like you said, it's kind of a trap game because it's your bye week. Then the Giants, who are 2-5, aren't playing that well. But if you watch the Giants games, they are a tough team. No matter what they are a tough team. They play some teams tough. And then you got the Chiefs after that. So you hope the Raiders aren't overlooking this, going, hey, we're looking at the Chiefs. I'm just excited. Like I'm seeing some stuff from like you said, from the Raiders that we haven't seen in a little bit. The defense, I want to say they have a top 15 defense, right? Our defense is inside the top 15.
Yeah, middle of the pack.
So we were preaching that in the offseason. If they just had a top 20 defense, if we were just asking for top 20.
Yeah.
We were asking for 19 and better, right?
Yeah.
And they're living up to it. They simplified the defense. Jonathan Abrams been playing lights out. He's been playing really good. It looks like he's calmed down a little bit. Morig, I think, is a big difference maker back there. And like you said, our cornerbacks have been hurt. We've had Amik Robinson in there for 2 games?
Yeah, bro, we're playing with a guy off the street, people. Faison has only been on the team for literally a week and a half. Call it. Faison.
And he's already getting
whatever his name is. And he's already starting. He's our starting other corner on the other side. And we're blowing out teams. Just imagine when we get back Trayvon Mullen.
You know who leads the league in quarterback pressures?
Max Crosby, baby. Mad Max.
Do you know who number 2 in the league is in quarterback pressures?
Who is it? Tell me Yannick.
Yannick Ngakoue. So the Raiders, the Raiders are at the top of the leaderboard in pressures. Like these two, and you saw it last game. If Ngakoue wasn't there, Crosby was there. Bah, and they're there. And now we're seeing good play from the middle guys too. From is it Jefferson and Thomas? They're actually getting up in them. They're coming up. The defense is coming together.
Look, I like how they work as a unit. I think overall, I think it does start with the 2 guys that you said, Joe, with Max Crosby and Yannick Ngakoue. But I think everyone else, just as a unit, we're just solid, bro. Everyone's just, good. Denzel Perryman's freaking hitting people out of his mind, hit sticking dudes left and right. Morig is good. Like, oh man, our defense just has to keep this consistency, dude. We've been saying it all off season. Give Derek Carr a serviceable defense, and let's see what happens. And you looking at the result, 5-2.
Yeah, man, I don't know. You can see the smile on my face, like how much, like me, 2016, the season when Derek Carr went down.
Yeah,
right. I was excited there, and what could have been that season, we were robbed of. We had Connor Cook go in against Houston,
yeah,
and lose that game, and
worst.
what could have been. So since then, we've been craving the playoffs back, right? Raider fans are some of the most and greatest fan base in the NFL, right? We're loyal, we're there, we're rooting our team on thick and thin, and losing season after losing season. We deserve playoffs. We deserve it. And hopefully, we're probably speaking too early, but we're 5-2. We're the second number one in the AFC West right now, number 2 in the AFC. We got a tough. I want to stress this out. We have a tough back half of our schedule. The next couple games, the next 9 games are very tough. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, there are like 1 or 2 games that we could be like, yeah. And I'm keeping on any of those games. Like and even in the offseason, we were looking at it, and we said, hey, the first half is going to be easy. The second half is going to be where they go. Can the Raiders hold this up after the bye week is what I'm hoping for.
I hope so, man. I really do. I mean, yeah, they gave up a lot of yards. That game wasn't close. Yeah, we talked about
like Thomas is saying right now.
Yeah, and Jalen Hurts is terrible. This is why, like, I know everyone loves fantasy, everyone plays it, but when you have people talking fantasy, I remember that with the laser.
I remember that game. Yeah,
I think they played the Patriots that year, or the Texans. I think one of those teams. Anyway, going back to the whole fantasy thing, people think that Jalen Hurts is a good quarterback because he gets fantasy points. I think he looked terrible. He looked terrible against the Raiders. He literally had two drives. That's it to show for, honestly. But I'm hyped for the Raiders, man. I want our damn respect. That's what I want.
Put some respect on it.
You know what, Joe? I'm tired of hearing all this BS, and I know, like, even we do it, but look, every single week, it's, let me see the Raiders win this week, and I'll be on board. Let the Raiders win this week, and I'll be on board. This, and that. You know what? How many times are we going to have to, pass this test? We're going to be in week 15. We're going to have a winning record, and people are going to still be like, I don't trust the Raiders. How long is it going to be until we get our respect? That's all I'm saying. It's been happening all year. Everyone said that after week 1, going into Pittsburgh, test. Everyone doubted us. Week 3, they're not going to go 3-0. They started off 2-0 the last 2 years. Doubted the fucking haters. All of that, bro. After John Gruden gets fired, oh, they're not going to win. They're done. They're done. Their organization is done. What we do, rattled off 2 wins. Everyone's doubting us, man. And I hope we just keep on proving the doubters wrong, bro. Keep on proving the haters wrong. Win after win after win.
Raiders. That's right, Jason. Yeah, and like you're saying, we heard it. Trade Derek Carr. He's not a franchise quarterback. John Gruden and the Raiders aren't going to get it done. The offensive line is garbage. A top defense? Yeah, that's never going to happen. Gus Bradley's defense is predictable. This team is not going anywhere. You heard all that stuff. They talked crap about Kenyon Drake. That we signed him for too much money. They signed. They don't got wide receivers in there. You know why? We have so many good. Our wide receivers, our young wide receivers, are stepping up. That what's his name? Just asked for his release. I don't. Even, what's his name?
Willie Snead. Willie can't catch a ball. Snead. Get him out of here. Get Willie Snead. We don't need him.
Bye. Bring in Stoner. Bring in one of the young guys that were balling out in the preseason. Yeah, it is Willie Snead, but I don't care to learn his name because he's out there trying to tell people, well, they're not throwing me the ball. They threw you the damn ball. Guess where it hit you? In the helmet. You had the ball.
Derek Carr spreads that ball around, man. He don't care who it is.
As long as we're right here, Jason. We're here. We're here for you. That's why we do this show. Bring the Raider Nation together.
Punch him in the mouth.
See, I'm Jason. I don't know if you know this, but I'm from Derek Carr's hometown. So I'm from Bakersfield, and that's where Derek Carr grew up. Went to high school here. They have billboards of him. He does the hometown commercials and stuff like that. So I hear everything. But there's a bunch of people here that are fake Raider fans. I call them fake Raider fans because they only root for the Raiders because of Derek Carr, which I'll take them, but that's not what but I've been preaching Derek Carr, and you've been preaching Derek Carr for a long time, and people are finally starting to believe it. People are finally starting to see what we see. I love it.
Gotta love it, bro.
Yeah, Derek Carr. I'm out. It's tight. It's good to go, but whew. This is probably going to be a short episode because we don't have a lot to talk about. Just because it is a bye week, we don't have a game to preview. We just we could talk about the Eagle game some more, but it's like we really want to just is it really something to brag about? We beat the Eagles,
it's the way we're looking. That's what we gotta brag. Dude, we're winning. Who's the best player on the Raiders, Joe? Skill wise, Darren Waller, you would say, probably the best player. On the Raiders.
Overall player, yeah,
overall, Darren Waller. He didn't play, ladies and gentlemen, and we did this. Our best player didn't play, arguably, and this is what we're doing. Our second best player, skill wise, Josh Jacobs, arguably third. By the way, Carr's playing. He didn't even finish the game. He played like half of it, and we still did that. I love it, dude. I mean, oh, man. I hope we finish off strong, man. We're almost at the halfway point. I kind of wish we didn't have a bye week, honestly, because we're so just locked in and on fire.
Yeah, but I was thinking the same thing. I hate bye weeks because it kind of kills the momentum. But I think we needed it. I think the team has been high. Yes, has been riding high. But at some point, you don't want it to go and crash down. So you take this week, refresh it a little bit, come back ready to go. And I think they needed that. And hopefully we get some of these guys back from injury. Hopefully they can work with Alex Leatherwood during it and get them going. Let me tell you something about Alex Leatherwood. I love his attitude. I don't care what people say about him. They said, hey, you want to play tackle? Yes. Hey, we're going to move you to guard. Okay. They said, hey, do you have a problem with moving to guard? He told them, I'll play tight end. I'll play anywhere the Raiders want me to play. Yeah. That right there is a great attitude for a young guy coming in, willing to work, knowing that he wasn't playing well and they're going to move him around. Alex Leatherwood, you're starting to wear on me. I'm starting to like you. Just stop getting
improving. Look, it's slow. He struggles at times, but he shows signs that he can be a really good offensive guard in this league. Tackle, it's a different story. I feel like, we did see a lot of flaws from him. He's a rookie, though, dude. It's going to take some time. He's moving all over the place. The offensive line doesn't really help him out themselves. It's not like he has the greatest guys around him. Cole Miller's on the complete other side. Yep. That's our best lineman. And, I mean, I just want to bring up this since we're on the offensive line. Cole Miller, top 5 left tackle. No one at me. Because it's
no respect for him either. Nobody respects him.
One of the most underrated players in the league. I'm not going to say he's the number 1 left tackle. There's some really good left tackles out there, but he is top 5. He's very underrated, man.
And you know what? I'll bring up one more player. Look, he's green. Jason's a green. Colton's a beast. Love him. That's what he said. One more player that I think is our first half. We call it kind of a first half MVP. Maybe we should have done that. Maybe we'll do it before next week. We'll do like a award show or something for the Raiders. But Casey Hayward. Remember? Ooh. Casey Hayward, washed up. Charger fans were talking, of course you would sign our leftovers. He's done. He's finished. balling out. Casey Hayward balling out.
Straight locks. Locks by the cornerback. Having gave up a touchdown this year. Casey Hayward and the rookie Nate Hobbs. No touchdowns allowed all year.
Just like this. No touchdown. But yeah, I'm impressed. I want to continue them, see them grow. Our linebackers that nobody wanted, they came off the Perryman and KJ Wright. Our linebackers playing good. Even Littleton is starting to get a little bit better. You see that?
Yeah, pass coverage especially.
So yeah, in pass coverage he's doing a lot better. I thought he was going to get a pick last week. So they're improving. I mean, the defense is getting there, and you got to remember they're all learning on the fly too. This is not like they've been running this defense for years. Yeah. So I like what I'm seeing. The improvement is here. That's right, Jason. That's right. So New York Giants, be ready. That's what I'm going to say. I'm going to say New York Giants, be ready. Be ready because the Raiders are coming.
Yes, sir.
Got anything else to say?
Raiders. That's what I got to say.
Woo! 5-2 on our way. Look, I think 10 wins put you in the playoffs. So let's do the same thing second half and let's go. That's all we got to say, right?
Yes, sir.
Raider Nation, see you next week.